I'm Bob Blake from Red Lake. I'm from the Red Lake Tribal Nation, and uncle, brother, son, friend, co-worker, global citizen. I first heard about climate change about 10 or 12 years ago, and didn't think too much about it then. And then you know, my brother got sick, and he needed a new heart, and he was a police officer here in Minneapolis, and he had children, and he passed away. But before he passed away, he asked me to get his kids through college, and he said to walk his daughters down the aisle is what he asked me to do. There was this unbelievable this desire to want to make this world better for them. I had no idea how to be a parent. And then all of a sudden I was like this surrogate father to like these kids, and they're all looking at me for direction. And then I was like, I have to do something. And I was already aware of climate change, but wasn't really, you know, taking action. I really thought that this was something that was too big. It was just something too complex, and I couldn't do anything about it. And I'm just one person. And then something about being the surrogate father to these kids just made me feel like I could take on the world. That is really when I decided to take action. I created a business plan at MCTC in one of my business management classes on a solar company called Solar Bear. Solar Bear's native name is Gizis Makwa. And Gizis means sun, Makwa means bear. There's a lot of creation stories from Native people from the sun. So the Gizis, the sun, plays a really huge role in our cultural teachings. And Makwa, bear, is my mother's clan. So I wanted to pay respect to my mother. And we don't have a name for solar in Ojibwe. But we do have for sun, and so that's the proper pronunciation for it. And I'm trying to look back at like trying to maybe see the way that my ancestors have lived, and the way that maybe they have dealt with insurmountable obstacles. It's only really because of them like I'm here, right? Because they were faced with like genocide. And because they figured out a way to live, I'm even here. So I think that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out a way for the next generation. One of the things that really struck me when we got done installing the job in Red Lake was a couple of the guys came up to me and they said, you know, Bob, I really feel good about this. You know, this is not only helping our community, this is helping the environment. I've really enjoyed doing this job. And that made me feel so good because I'm up there and I'm looking around on the roof, and I'm looking at like 13, 14 of like my fellow native Red Lake brothers, like installing solar with them. There was no bigger pride I could have than to see that. I've been able to take the knowledge that I have learned from doing solar, and I was able to participate in a training session in Bismarck, North Dakota with tribes from all over North and South Dakota. Everybody was coming up to me and they were like, we want to hear about Solar Bear. It was unbelievable the way, you know, people were talking about Solar Bear as if he was his own person. I saw that hope in people's eyes, in Native people, and they were so proud. And I was like, I want you guys to have your own Solar Bear. I want you guys to create your own companies and do the same thing that I'm doing in your own communities. Energy sovereignty is so important to tribal communities and their health, because this is also a wealth building asset. That money is going back into our community, creating jobs, creating opportunities for the community. And that's why renewable energy is such a game changer and such a disruptive technology, because it's allowing communities to do this now that it has never been done before. We have this thing, climate change. We have this opportunity. of people, of Native people really owning it. The society right now is looking for direction, okay? We have it. We're the only people that has a government inside this government. Let's use that. That's power. And what better way than to save the planet? It's the only one we got.